Now, after discussing the important concepts of compound angles in the earlier videos, now let us discuss one by one some very important questions and very useful for our competitive exams. Now, the first question is, if tan A plus B equal to P, tan A minus B equal to Q, find the value of cot 2B. Find the value of cot 2B. Now the options given are, first one, is it 1 plus PQ by P minus Q? Second option, 1 plus PQ by P plus Q. Third option, 1 minus PQ by P minus Q. And fourth option is 1 minus PQ by P plus Q. These are the four options. We have to find the value of cot 2B. So, cot 2B, we can always write it as cot of A plus B minus of A minus B. Cot 2B, we can write it as A plus B minus of A minus B, because if A and A cancels, we are left with B. But we already know earlier one formula that cot C minus D is cot C cot D plus 1 by cot D minus cot C. This formula already we have written in basics of compound angles. So if I treat A plus B as C, A minus B as D, we can apply this formula. Then it becomes cot A plus B into cot A minus B plus 1 by cot A minus B minus cot A plus B. So therefore, cot A plus B becomes 1 by P, because tan A plus B is P. Similarly, cot A minus B will be 1 by Q. Substitute the value, we get 1 by P into 1 by Q plus 1 divided by 1 by Q minus 1 by P. So if you take LCM, it becomes 1 plus PQ by PQ in the numerator by P minus Q by PQ in the denominator. PQ and PQ gets cancelled. We get 1 plus PQ by P minus Q. Therefore, answer for this will be 1 plus PQ by P minus Q. Therefore, answer is first option. Okay. This is the first question of compound angles. Now the second question of compound angle is, what is the value of tan 40 degrees plus tan 80 degrees minus root 3 into tan 40 tan 80? Root 3 into tan 40 tan 80. Find the value of this. Now the options given are, first one, is it root 3? Second option, is it minus root 3? Third option, is it 1 by root 3? Fourth option, is it minus 1 by root 3? These are the four options given for this problem. These are the four options given. Find the value of tan 40 plus tan 80. Find the value of tan 40 plus tan 80 minus root 3 tan 40 into tan 80. Now how to solve this solution is, now we know tan 40 plus 80 value. It is something like tan A plus B. It is tan 40 into tan 40 plus tan 80, okay, by 1 minus tan 40 tan 80. Tan of 40 plus 80 is tan 40 plus tan 80 by 1 minus tan 40 tan 80. Now 40 plus 80 is 120. So tan 120 degrees will be equal to tan 40 plus tan 80 by 1 minus tan 40 tan 80. But tan 120 degrees value we know it is minus root 3. So minus root 3 becomes tan 40 plus tan 80 by 1 minus tan 40 tan 80. Okay. So if you cross multiply, what will you get? It is minus root 3 plus root 3 tan 40 tan 80 equal to tan 40 plus tan 80. If you cross multiply, we get this. So what we do now is this term you try to bring on the other side. Therefore, tan 40 plus tan 80 degrees minus root 3 tan 40 into tan 80 is equal to minus root 3. Therefore, the required answer is minus root 3, which is second option. Very important question. Now, the third important question is to find the value of 1 plus tan 13 degrees into 1 plus tan 32 degrees divided by 1 plus tan 12 degrees into 1 plus tan 33 degrees. You have to find this value. Very good question. Now the options given are, first one, is it 1? Second option, is it 2? Third option, is it 1? Fourth option, is it 1 by 2? First option is 1, second option 2, third option 1, fourth option half. Very good question actually. Now remember, in compound angles, earlier concepts, we have discussed one very important result, that whenever A plus B is equal to 45 degrees, A plus B is 45 degrees, 1 plus tan A into 1 plus tan B is always equal to 2. Just see the proof earlier in the basics of compound angles, we wrote this result. Now if you observe in this problem, 13 degrees plus 32 degrees, this is 45, and also 12 degrees plus 33 degrees, this is again 45 degrees. So we can use this result. So the numerator 1 plus tan 13 degrees into 1 plus tan 32 degrees divided by 1 plus tan 12 degrees, okay, into 1 plus tan 33 degrees, according to this formula, numerator becomes 2, denominator is also 2, therefore answer is 1. Therefore answer is first option. If you know this result, we can do this problem easily. Now let us come to fourth important question. Now the question is, find the value of tan 27 degrees into tan 32 degrees plus tan 32 degrees into tan 31 degrees plus tan 31 degrees into tan 27 degrees. You have to find the value of this. Very good question. Now in this, options given are: first option is 1, second option 2, third option 3, fourth option 4. These are the 4 options. Now if you observe this problem very carefully, you will find 27 degrees plus 32 degrees plus 31 degrees. If you add these 3 angles, 27 plus 32 degrees, this is 59 degrees. 59 degrees plus 31 degrees, it is very clearly 90 degrees. Sum of these 3 angles is how much? 90 degrees. Now earlier we wrote one result that if A plus B plus C is 90 degrees, if A plus B plus C is 90 degrees, in earlier concepts of compound angle, we wrote if A plus B plus C is 90, tan A tan B plus tan B tan C plus tan C tan A is always equal to 1. Therefore, according to that result, tan 27 degrees into tan 32 degrees plus tan 32 degrees into tan 31 degrees plus tan 31 degrees into tan 27 degrees is always equal to 1. Therefore, answer is first option. Very good question. Then, one more very good question is given. Fifth question is, if an angle alpha is divided into 2 parts, angle alpha is divided into 2 parts, A and B. Such that A minus B equal to X. A minus B equal to X and A plus and tan A is to tan B and tan A is to tan B is equal to K is to 1 and tan A is to tan B is how much? K is to 1. Then find the value of sin x. If an angle alpha is divided into 2 parts, A and B, such that A minus B equal to X and tan A is to tan B is K is to 1, find the value of sin x. Now the options given are, is it K plus 1 by K minus 1 into sin alpha? Second option is it K divided by K plus 1 into sin alpha? Third option is it K minus 1 by K plus 1 into sin alpha? Fourth option is it K divided by K minus 1 into sine alpha. Now these are the 4 options given for this question. Very good question. Find the value of sine x. Now what we do is, if an angle alpha is divided into 2 parts, A and B, it means A plus B is equal to alpha. A plus B equal to alpha. Already they said A minus B is equal to x. A plus B equal to alpha. Already they said A minus B equal to x. And one more information given is tan A by tan B is equal to k by 1. This is also given. Also, tan A by tan B equal to k by 1. Now earlier we wrote one result, componendo and dividendo. In our earlier concepts, we wrote one result, componendo and dividendo. Applying componendo and dividendo principle. Applying componendo and dividendo principle, we get tan A plus tan B by tan A minus tan B is equal to k plus 1 by k minus 1. This is componendo and dividendo principle. So, if you write tan A in terms of sin A and cos A, this is sin A by cos A plus sin B by cos B, okay, divided by sin A by cos A minus sin B by cos B. This is equal to k plus 1 by k minus 1. Okay. So if you take LCM, we get sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Cos A cos B LCM in the numerator, cos A cos B LCM in the denominator gets cancelled. Denominator becomes sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. This is k plus 1 by k minus 1. But remember, sin A cos B plus cos A sin B is what? Sin of A plus B. Sin A cos B plus cos A sin B, sin A plus B. Sin A cos B minus cos A sin B is sin of A minus B. This is equal to k plus 1 by k minus 1. But in the solution, they have given in the question A minus B equal to x, and we have taken A plus B equal to alpha. So therefore, A plus B we can write it as alpha, and A minus B we can write it as x. Therefore, he is asking find the value of sin x. So therefore, sin x will be equal to cross multiplying. We get k minus 1 by k plus 1 into sin alpha. This is the answer for the problem. Sin x is equal to k minus 1 by k plus 1. K minus 1 by k plus 1. Therefore, answer for the problem is third option. Very good question.